Hello everyone. Today I am going to discuss a topic called entrepreneurship development, where I'll be discussing about the basic concepts of entrepreneurship development, the types of entrepreneurs, the factors influencing entrepreneurship development, what can be the importance of entrepreneurship development, and what can be the various pros and cons of being an entrepreneur. So let us start with the topic. First, we should understand who are entrepreneurs. So the word entrepreneur is derived from a French word entreprendre, which means to undertake. In a business context, it means to start a business. Thus, in the words of Peter F. Drucker, an entrepreneur is one who always searches for changes, responds to it, and exploits it as an opportunity. Innovations in this is the central tool of entrepreneurs. The means by which they exploit changes as an opportunity for different business or services. This is defined by Peter F. Drucker. What is the meaning of entrepreneur? Then entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship is the investing and risking of time, money, efforts to start a business and make it successful. This is defined as entrepreneurship by Jackson. Then, what is an enterprise? It becomes very essential for you to understand what is enterprise if we are understanding the meaning of entrepreneurship development. An enterprise is another word for a profit business or company, but it is most often associated with entrepreneurial ventures. People who have entrepreneurial success are often referred to as enterprising. Coming on to difference. Entrepreneurs is a person. Entrepreneurship is a process. Enterprise is the outcome. So by this, a single word, you can understand what is the difference between the three words which are used in entrepreneurship development. So an entrepreneur is a person, entrepreneurship is a process, and an enterprise is the outcome. Coming on to comparison, there is a detailed comparison which explains difference between entrepreneur and entrepreneurship. If we come on to the meaning of it, an entrepreneur is an individual or a team, thereof having an innovative idea and takes every step to turn the idea into reality, bearing all the risks. Whereas an entrepreneurship is a risky activity of commencing a business, usually to start a company, offering distinct products and services to the target customers, which may or may not get success. The second point of difference between the entrepreneur and entrepreneurship is, what is it? So an entrepreneur is a person who has an idea and gives shapes to it, whereas an entrepreneurship is a process which gives shape to the idea. Coming on to next point of difference, represent. An innovator who chased the dream till it becomes true is known as an entrepreneur, whereas the procedure through which an innovation is done is called as entrepreneurship. The next point of difference is business venture. An entrepreneur is a one who sets up the business venture to turn the concept into reality. That is, his dreams into reality, right? Then entrepreneurship is an activity which an entrepreneur undertakes to set up the business venture. So these are in detailed difference between entrepreneur and entrepreneurship. Now I would like to show you a one-word differentiation which will make you the concept much more clear. Now, this actually shows the relationship as well as the differences also. These all are a single word difference. Entrepreneurs are the person, whereas entrepreneurship is a process. Entrepreneurs are the organizers, whereas entrepreneurship is the organization. Entrepreneurs are the innovators, whereas entrepreneurship is the innovation done. Then entrepreneurs are the risk bearers, whereas entrepreneurship is risk bearing. Entrepreneurs are the motivators, whereas entrepreneurship is the motivation, which guides you to convert your dreams into reality. Entrepreneurs are the creators, whereas entrepreneurship is the creation, which you made it as a reality. Entrepreneurs are the visualizers, whereas entrepreneurship is the vision. So these are one-word differences which makes it clear who are entrepreneurs and what is entrepreneurship. Coming on to what should be the characteristics of an entrepreneur. An entrepreneur should always be self-confident about his ideas to convert into reality. He should be passionate and focused on his dreams. He should be having a risk-taking ability. He should have always a leadership ability to lead his organization. He should always be future-oriented. He should always be a creator. So these all should always are the basic characteristics which an entrepreneur should have. Coming on to in detail. The company formed by an entrepreneur is usually a startup enterprise, which can be understood as a live manifestation of his or her idea. So thus, we can say an entrepreneur should be a beginner into the market who leads the market. He should be an innovator, right? He should be a developer who develops various plans to make his dream or convert his dream into reality. He should be leader who guides and supports others. He should always be able to take charge. That is, he should always be accountable and taking responsibility for his actions. He should be a promoter who takes relevant steps to convert his dreams into reality. He should be a forecaster who can see the future. The future, the opportunities in the future, the threats which would be coming in the future. He should always be a risk taker to anticipate the risk in the future. Now, coming on to next, importance and relevance of an entrepreneur as well as factors influencing entrepreneurship. These are the two different topics which simultaneously we will be discussing. Coming on to importance or relevance of an entrepreneur, these all can be considered as importance or relevance. What are those? Growth of entrepreneurship. Definitely, if growth of entrepreneurship is there, definitely we will be providing much more job opportunities, much more people we will be making employed. We will be able to innovate new ideas into reality. It is going to have a nice impact on the community by developing the standard of living, providing various opportunities to the people in the community. Consequences of business failure. Always consequences for the business failure is that you get a learning to start from the scratch. Political and economic integration of the outsiders. Yes, importance is one of the importance of entrepreneurship is the integration between the political and the economic conditions. Swan entrepreneurship, you should be ready for every conditions. Enhances the standard of living of the people nearby to whom you are providing the job opportunities, to whom you are providing the various other facilities like education facilities, schools, hospitals, various other facilities. Promotes research and development. Definitely the area where your enterprise is, it promotes research and development, promotes various other facilities too. So these are the importance or relevance of entrepreneurship. As in detail, growth of entrepreneurship is an advent that new ventures, particularly from the small venture to materialize the innovative ideas and converting it into realities. creation of much more job opportunities, innovation, innovating new ideas to convert new things into reality, which is not still has happened in impact on community development. A community is better off if it is employment based and is diversified among many small entrepreneurial firms. Then the consequences of business failure. The collapse of a large industry almost has irrespective damages to the development of the state and the state of the economy and financial conditions of the relevant persons. So these are consequences an entrepreneur is about to face. He should always be ready. If I am going to receive success in my bucket, definitely if one success is there, 5 failures would be there. Coming on to political and economic integration of outsiders. Entrepreneurship is the most effective way of integrating those who feels disposed of and alienated into the economy. Swan entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship is the nursing ground for the new inexperienced adventurists. It is the field where a person can start his or her idea of venture, which may be ended in the giant enterprise. Enhances the standard of living. The standard of living is a concept built on an increase in the amount of consumption of a variety of goods and services over a period of by a household. Promotes research and development. Entrepreneurship is an innovation, and hence the innovative ideas of the goods and services have to be tested by experimentation. That's why it always promotes research and development. So these are the importance and relevance of entrepreneurship. Coming on to factors influencing entrepreneurship. Factors influencing entrepreneurship can be economic factors. For example, capital, labor, raw material. Psychological factors like passion, need for achievement, resilience. We can have infrastructural factors like availability of infrastructure at reduced cost and all. Then scientific and technological development as a factor, which is also going to influence the entrepreneurship, which is going to increase the research facilities, technical development facilities, financial assistance and institutional sources. If easy availability of cheap funds are there, definitely without finances, we cannot take a single step in an enterprise. So definitely financial assistance and institutional sources are must to be needed, which boosts the morale of the young entrepreneurs if you get the financial assistance easily. Social factors. Social factors, that is the social security, which acts as a safety net against the failure of enterprise. Social security guarantees roti, kapda or makan in case of failure. So definitely that social security when we have, definitely we always want to go for entrepreneurship development. So these are the 10 factors which influences the entrepreneurship development. Coming on to pros and cons of being an entrepreneur. Definitely there are pros also, there are cons also if you are an entrepreneur. What are these pros and cons? It bridges the gap between knowledge and application. Yes, this is one of the advantages, that it bridges the application. If you are an entrepreneur, the knowledge, everyone has a knowledge, but how to apply that knowledge? Converts the idea into money. Being your own boss. Originality and respect. If you are an entrepreneur, these are one of the advantages which you will be facing. Competition. Yes, there will be a huge competition. Number of competitors will be there. How are you going to survive into the market? Either providing a best quality or the lower cost. Better utilization of skills and knowledge. Several people in the society will have entrepreneurial skill, but how to make use of that? Alternative to current career. Persons having entrepreneurial skills will be having alternative to their present career. If opportunity comes in their way, yes, it's an alternative. If you are bored with the normal job which you are working, and number of bosses are there, number of dates are there to be finishing in your assignments and all, then this is one of the alternatives that you can go for an entrepreneurship. Have your own business, be your own boss. Business opportunity. In any society, business development process is a continuous activity. So definitely one of the importances, one of the advantages of being an entrepreneur is getting much more business opportunities. It's finding out those business opportunities, grabbing it, and taking those opportunities and converting it into reality. Coming on to cons of it. Remuneration. You never get a salary if you are an entrepreneur. You get the profit if your business is running in profit. You get the economic gain, but not the salary which will be coming as monthly and all. That is one of the cons, which is limitations. Benefits. Being an entrepreneur, a person may gain at the initial stages or may not gain. So benefits can be losses also in the initial stages. Time management. An entrepreneur will be taking more risks. Time is very precious for him. If you are a salaried employee, you have to work for 8 to 10 hours or 12 hours. But if you are an entrepreneur, 24/7, you have to think for the various opportunities and threats which would be coming on your way. Management. Being the monarch of the situation, entrepreneur should have better management. Management of time, management of finances, management of human resource. Experiences and entrepreneurship features and experience. Definitely you should have an experience of using your entrepreneurial skill and implementing it so that you are able to be succeeded in your business. Don't ignore the cons. We should not ignore the cons. They are real. They may not be more powerful than the pros, but do know them, respect them, and embrace them. As why we are telling about this particular quotation, not to ignore the cons, because when cons will be there, then only much more pros can be applied. When we know what can be the cons, what can be the limitations of the activities which we are applying to convert our dreams into reality. So no, we should not ignore the pros of the activities of being an entrepreneur, as well as neither the cons should be ignored. Now coming on to types of entrepreneurs. So types of entrepreneurs, there can be number depending on the type of business you are doing. This particular chart, which I'll be showing it in the next slide, yes, can help you in understanding in a smaller way and much easier way. There can be number of different types of entrepreneurs, as I told you, depending on the type of business you are doing. But here several we have explained as type of business. Which type of business you are doing? Is it a trade? If you are doing some kind of a business, you can be a trading entrepreneur, you can be a manufacturing entrepreneur, you can be an agricultural entrepreneur. If you are coming on the basis of use of technology to run your business, you can be a technical entrepreneur, you can be a non-technical entrepreneur. What kind of business you are doing? That is on the basis of which we have categorized, depending on ownership. On the basis of ownership, it's very much necessary to understand, which is private entrepreneurs. You can be a state entrepreneur, you can be a government entrepreneur. Then gender. On the basis of gender, you can be a male entrepreneur, you can be a woman entrepreneur. On the basis of size of enterprise, small scale enterprise has a small scale entrepreneurs, medium scale entrepreneurs, large scale entrepreneurs. Then on the basis of Clarence Denoff, a writer, has also categorized the different types of entrepreneurs. What are those? Innovative entrepreneurs who keeps on innovating new ideas. Imitative entrepreneurs, who all have imitated the entrepreneurs who are already in the market and then they have started their business. Fabin entrepreneurs, That is also the third type of entrepreneurs which has been defined by Clarence Denoff. Then drone entrepreneurs, which is the fourth category. So Clarence Denoff has defined the four types of entrepreneurs as a then on the basis of motivation. On the basis of motivation, a pure entrepreneur, personal satisfaction. You can be a pure entrepreneur because you are doing an entrepreneurship or you are running a business for your personal satisfaction. You can be an induced entrepreneur when you get number of government supports, number of government financial assistance. Then you understand that, okay, we can have our enterprise which can run a business as government is providing such kind of financial aids. Then that is induced because you have been induced by the government supports or assistance provided. Motivated entrepreneurs. There will be some entrepreneurs who willingly want to help the society. Then those will be self-motivated entrepreneurs. Then spontaneous entrepreneurs. Spontaneous entrepreneurs are those entrepreneurs who will be having their family business. So they will be having an inborn talent to have a business, to be an entrepreneur. So they are called as spontaneous entrepreneurs. Though you are giving them lot of education, lot of higher qualification, but they are being inherited, or that is their inborn talent to become an entrepreneur. Leaving all the jobs, they'll come back to have their own enterprise, to become an entrepreneur. That is called as spontaneous entrepreneurs. So on the basis of the different categories, different types of entrepreneurs can be classified. So these are some of these examples of the type of entrepreneurship. You can see a hairdresser can be having a small entrepreneur, having a small shop. A travel agent, he can also have a small business enterprise. An electrician. Then these are some of the examples of scale-up startups. You would have every day, people are using it, whether it's a Facebook, whether it's an Instagram. So these are the examples of scalable startup entrepreneurships. Social entrepreneurship. Sandeep Maheshwari, he is a motivator. Number of videos you can see. Then it's an ocean cleaning project. It is also social entrepreneurship where they have taken an innovative idea to clean the ocean. So that is all for today's video. Thank you.